What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it? Whenever you're at a large function for work with a speaker in the morning and there's this exchange. Speaker. Good morning everyone. Everyone? Good morning. Speaker. Oh, looks like we haven't had our coffee yet. I said good morning everyone. Everyone? Good morning? The word millennials when said by any kind of reporter TV presenter. When people say you're doing something the wrong way but really they usually just mean you're not doing it their way. How about the winning lottery numbers when I ask if I can do anything else for someone? I'm not rude, I'm just honest. Corporate speak and buzzwords. Okay, let's touch base next Tuesday to see how we can leverage those synergies to add value with our ideas for a bespoke product. 10% of your brain. Had a friend ask me if I thought that, if we could use more than 10% of our brain, we would be able to fly. Took some restraint to not go off about it. When an item at a store is not scanning properly, it must be free. I've heard this way too many times. As a mother. Influencer. Shudder. They've started using that term at work, and I just want to vomit every time I hear it. Black. Good vibes only, fuck you and your fake vibes. All my friends are guys, girls cause too much drama. Okay, you cause too much drama. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. It seems just insincere and fake every time. Video games make people, insert dumb thing here. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I study psychology and about 1/3 the time I hear people say something like, oh well, you have the perfect people to study on here because we're crazy. Working hard or hardly working. Do you play basketball? I'm 6'4" and this is by far the most annoying part of being my height. If you're reading this, I hope you have a good day. Whenever someone uses their star sign as a reason for their shitty actions, I can't help being brutally honest, it's a Leo thing. No, Emma, you're a passive-aggressive bitch thing. The constellations and planetary positions aren't the reason you're a cunt, you are the reason you're a cunt. Supposedly I could care lesses. The microwave if I don't make it back in time to stop it at 001. Beep beep. I am not involved in politics, but live a love. You'll want kids someday. Or you'll regret not talking to your toxic, alcoholic, narcissistic, self-centered, should-have-been child-free parents when they're dead. I used to work at Cheers. I got so fucking tired of the amount of people asking if I knew their name as soon as they walked in. I have a black friend, so I'm not racist. Free speech. I can say whatever I want. Free speech doesn't absolve you of any responsibility for what you say. Well-supported scientific theory is just a theory. Not all theories are equally valid. You can't deny a theory with enormous evidence behind it on the grounds that it's a theory. You had to refute the evidence. Using "I'm a religious man-woman" as a reason for leniency when someone has done wrong. 90% of anti-suicide phrases because they're either trying to guilt me into staying alive or are based on some very off-base assumptions about me. 60% if it's the latter, it's in reply to a comment that shows that their assumption was wrong before they even made the comment. When family members bring religion into conversations. Forced participation, especially at work events. I was out of state for some training. At one of the training sessions, they tried to entice us into participating with gluten-free bite-sized muffins. I'm already irritated by the gluten-free people, unless you're truly allergic, cut that shit out. But it was the begging for treats-esque vibe that I was getting that sent me into fuck this mode. When someone asks to use the bathroom and the teacher says I don't know, can you? You would be so much prettier if you just shut up, Karen, you look like a beached whale on meth. No offense, but because I said so. When I heard this as a kid, my eyes were on the verge of falling out of my head. I'm not like other girls. Yas Queen makes me wanna bash my head against a wall. Everything happens for a reason and God only gives us what we can handle. She just got diagnosed with a serious disease. Karen, she doesn't want to hear that, for fuck's sake. Boys will be boys. Irregardless. When people use schoolyard political insults like libtard. I've done my research, I know what I'm talking about. This is generally in regard to something scientific in nature. Diets, global warming, dietary supplements, medical stuff, etc. From what I can tell, their research consists of reading blogs by random moms who don't know what they are talking about and reading Facebook posts from people involved in multi-level marketing crap. That is not research, and you do not know what you're talking about. Someone spelling out text speak like OMG, lol and the like while they are speaking. That one girl that must add unnecessary commentary to whatever the professor says. Shut up, Amy. No one cares. Girl, waiting for compliments. I look so gross, sigh, just so gross today. It's not scanning, so it must be free. I'm an empath. Any fetishization of bacon or America? You had me at bacon. Back-to-back World War champs. Fuck you. Because I was spanked as a kid, I learned respect. Dream college. Dream job. Dream wedding. Dream house. Y'all setting yourselves up for some serious disappointment. Grown. Ass. Women. Calling. Their husbands. Hubby. The war on Christmas. Like, holy fucking shit, how petty of a hill are you willing to die on? If you weren't playing video games all night, maybe you'd be on a decent sleep schedule. Meanwhile, works nights. I'm not racist, but every single pickup line ever created. I had a boss that liked to use the phrase at this particular point of time. How about fucking now? Let's just think out of the box here. Ugh. So much for global warming anytime it snows in Seattle. As a Christian, spare me the nonsense, you leathery bat. My coworker's roommate says fudge instead of fuck, and I literally cannot stop my eyes from rolling all the way back in my head every time he does it. I mean, he's 28, for Christ's sake. Just curse or don't curse. None of this childish pretend cursing nonsense. You have depression? Just cheer up or something. When someone says, hey, you're a photographer. Can you take our pic real quick? Everything happens for a reason. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end, or basically any variation of that stupid hippie bullshit. I hate blind optimism. It's patently untrue and completely unhelpful. That the human eye can only see 32 frames per second. Vaccines cause autism. Jesus is going to look at you and say, I do not know you. I hear this from my zealot of a grandmother who found God after her husband died. She tells me this whenever she gets the chance, cause she knows I care nothing for religion and want to focus on my current life. I'll worry about burning in hell when I'm on my deathbed. Katy Perry roar.